Bridgeman Communications. We're a marketing and communications company. We've been in the New England market for 30 years, working primarily with technology firms and B2B companies. And before that, I'd worked with General Electric and a variety of other agencies. And I had come to Boston with a young family about 30 years ago and worked at a variety of firms, all good experiences, except for the last one where I had came home on a Friday after being fired, and had been thinking about starting a firm for a while, and we kind of moped around the house for about 2 days. Not my wife, Marcia. She put a card table down in the basement, strung a telephone. We got ourselves all squared away, and she left to go to work on Monday and said, okay,
go do it.
Get started. And we were very fortunate to have a good,
a
large
story.
New England company give us a project right off the bat, and 30 years later, we've been very fortunate. In fact, I think for the first 2 or 3 months, I thought, well, I'll see how this goes. And then after about 6 months, and I'd started getting other job offers coming in and going, gee, we're just moderately successful enough that maybe we'll just keep this going. And as all things happen, it's your success is a link of opportunity and a little bit of luck. And my very first large client was Texas Instruments, and out of Dallas. And we got that piece of business because I had worked at General Electric before that, and there were 2 people down in Texas who worked at GE or Texas Instruments, excuse me. And there was a fellow looking for a PR person in Boston, and this friend of mine said, you need to talk to Roger. Okay. At the same time, he needed PR representation for the Materials and Controls Group in Attleboro, and he talked to another person who said, oh, unbeknownst, you should talk to this guy, Roger. So Bob Bledsoe calls me up and goes, I don't know who the heck you are, but apparently I'm supposed to be working with you. And that was our first major client. We had Texas Instruments for almost 30 years. Our services at this point really focus on helping clients with their messaging strategy, helping them with their communications planning, and then developing content for them, whether that's articles, speeches, thought leadership pieces. I think what's changed dramatically in the market is, in the old days, we sort of had public relations and ads, and we had a handful of channels that we would work with. And in those days, communications professionals focused on, I was in PR, I'm in marketing, I'm in direct response. Today, because we have so many channels, and so many of these are self-directed channels, much like our program here today, the challenge is helping companies who are trying to figure out that marketing mix, which of all these pieces to work with. And we get questions all the time. Should I be doing social? Shouldn't I be looking at search engine optimization? Oh, PR is dead. We don't do print advertising anymore. And we're still kind of looking at what are the pockets of things that we do, rather than going back to basics, which is why are you doing the things that you want to do. So our role at this point is really helping clients sort of navigate all of those different channels and put together more of a single consolidated program. And that all starts with taking yet another step back and saying, why are we doing this? What are we trying to do from a go-to-market strategy? Who are your audiences? What are you trying to say? Why does anybody care about what you want to say? And if you can get all of those things done first, then all those little tactical pieces about, well, should I go to this trade show or should I spend money here? Those things become self-evident.